Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear student. Today we will start our second lecture online. In the previous lecture, we discussed the instrumentation of UV visible spectrophotometer and different spectrophotometric types. The second one was the IR spectrophotometer, infrared spectrophotometer, you can say it. Infrared spectrophotometer, as you know, that the spectrophotometers are based on the interaction of specific region of electromagnetic wavelength of electromagnetic radiation with the sample solution or with the matter. So IR spectrophotometer is based on absorption at different wavelengths of an infrared beam of light. Infrared spectrophotometer may classified as dispersive IR spectrophotometer. Dispersive infrared spectrophotometer ranges between from 2.5 micrometer to 15 micrometer of electromagnetic spectrum. And the Fourier second one type is the Fourier transform infrared spectrophotometer. Fourier transform infrared spectrophotometer produce an interferogram within a second. Now, what is this interferogram? Interferogram is a complex pattern that contains all the infrared frequencies. The source of radiation produce a beam of light in the region of infrared that passes through the sample. Sample absorb the specific wavelengths and then transmit the other one. This is the transmitted light and this is the absorbed points of absorption. This graph shows the intensity of IR beam that was come from the IR source, and this is the interferogram produced spectrum that show the transmission of this light, and here is an absorption occur. This is the absorption. The absorption is in IR spectrophotometer, the whole bonding in a molecule may be started from the 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, hundreds of bonds show their absorption in a single spectrum. In IR spectrophotometer, the spectrum along x-axis is shown the waves per centimeter, wave number. This shows the wave number along the x-axis, and the vertical axis is the percent transmittance. This shows the percent transmittance or the remaining intensity of light. The FTIR compared to the dispersive spectrophotometer. IR spectrophotometer is classified on the FTIR and the dispersive, not on the single and the double beam as a UV visible spectrophotometer. Its classification is based on the dispersive type. Dispersive, you know, that disperse the light, and one by one we take a number of scans for the complete scanning of the wavelength range. While in FTIR, it is a modern version of IR spectrophotometer, where the information from all the wavelength is collected simultaneously. That allows a shorter scan time for any given resolution. while in dispersive instrument, like in the UV visible spectrophotometer, the monochromator has entrance and the exit slit. This entrance and the exit slit restrict the amount of light that passes through it, while the FTIR spectrophotometer requires only a circular aperture that allows light through then a slit. This is the IR spectrophoto, dispersive type IR spectrophotometer. This is the Fourier transform infrared spectrophotometer. The wavelength scale is calibrated by a laser beam of known wavelength that passes through the interferometer. In the FTIR, the light source may be the laser beam of light. लेज़र बीम को हम यूज़ करते हैं. दिस इज़ मच मोर स्टेबल. लेज़र बीम इज़ मच मोर स्टेबल and accurate than the dispersive instrument, because in the dispersive instrument the scale depends on the mechanical movement of the diffraction grating. So these are the two advantages of FTIR over the dispersive IR spectrophotometer. This is a very short description of infrared spectrophotometer. The next type of spectrophotometer we discussed was the NMR, nuclear magnetic resonance spectrophotometer. Nuclear magnetic spectrophotometer, basic components consist of the basic component. Very first is the sample holder. Here is the sample holder. Sample holder is a glass tube. This is a glass tube, or about 8.5 centimeter long and 0.3 centimeter in diameter. And the second important part is the permanent dipole. This is the permanent sweep generator, permanent dipole and the sweep generator. Permanent dipole produce the homogeneous magnetic field, while the magnetic coils produce or induce magnetic field when current flows through it. This is the radio frequency generator. This is radio frequency transmitter, and here is a radio frequency receiver is also present that transmit and receive the radio waves. After passing to the radio frequency receiver, the signals move towards a readout system that consists of amplifier, detector and the recorder. The instrumentation of NMR spectrophotometer is very different from the UV visible or the IR spectrophotometer. Due to the presence of the magnet and the presence of the magnetic coils, the light source over here is the electromagnetic radiation in which the spectrophotometer work is the radio frequency transmitter. Radio frequency transmitter. There are two types of NMR. On this, if we talk about the classification of the NMR spectrophotometer, there are two types of NMR spectrophotometer: continuous wave spectrophotometer and the pulse or the Fourier transform NMR. In continuous wave spectrophotometer, replaced by pulsed FTNMR spectrophotometer. Because of the lower maintenance and operating cost, continuous wave instrument are still commonly used in routine proton NMR spectroscopy. In low resolution continuous wave instrument, electromagnets are cooled with water and magnet. In FTNMR spectrophotometer, it is cooled with liquid NMR spectrophotometer. It is cooled with the helium, not with the liquid. Here is something wrong. So the type of the spectrophotometer, NMR spectrophotometer is continuous or the pulsed or the Fourier transform. Instrumentation किस तरह से different है in the NMR spectrophotometer. According to application, if we see, then it can be classified as proton NMR spectrophotometer, C13, carbon 13 NMR spectrophotometer. These two spectrophotometers are widely used to determine the structure of organic molecules in solution and to study the molecular physics, crystals as well as non-crystalline materials. Another type of NMR spectrophotometer is the magnetic resonance imaging. This is the clinical tool that works on the principle of the NMR, and this is the clinical tool to detect non-visible abnormalities in biological system. Electron spin resonance directly measure the chemical species with unpaired electron and has been widely used in number of research fields. This is the brief introduction of NMR spectrophotometer, their types and the basic components of NMR spectrophotometer. The spectrum that was obtained at the end of the analysis in NMR spectrophotometer is like this. Along the x-axis is the chemical shift, that parts per million, and it contains the integral areas as per the number of hydrogen or different types of carbon, or in case of proton NMR on the basis of the different types of proton in a molecule, and the integral area show the number of that atom. Like hydroxyl, there is one proton, so there is this area is 1, and here the area is doubled and the area becomes thrice with the 3 peaks in the methyl. So this is the NMR spectrum of ethanol. Ethanol, you know that there are 3 types of proton. One type that is the methyl proton attached with the methyl carbon, primary carbon, secondary carbon, and this is the hydroxyl के साथ attach है. The very first is the tetramethylsilane peak. This is the reference standard that show the maximum chemical shift at the maximum. So this is the spectrum that was obtained by the NMR spectrophotometer. Last spectrometer is the mass spectrometer, commonly used. These 4 techniques help us to make the complete analysis, complete study for the given molecule. As I have already discussed, it is a destructive technique, and the instrument is somewhat more complicated. The components are of different type as compared to the UV visible IR and the NMR spectrophotometer, because here no light source is used. Rather than there is a high energy electron beam that impinge on the sample, and the first criteria for analysis is the sample should be volatile. It should be, if it is not volatile, then we have to make the derivatives. Then ions are separated, then electron beam strike on the sample and make it into ions. It will fragmentize the sample. Ions are separated, these ions or fragments are separated by their mass to charge ratio, and their mass to charge ratio, fragments of these ions, help us for their qualitative and quantitative analysis. And the known masses are correlated to identified masses. As a result, the spectrum obtained, the fragments obtained in the spectrum are compared with the identified masses from literature, or through a characteristic fragmentation pattern we are able for their qualitative and quantitative analysis. This is the schematic diagram of mass spectrometer. सैम्पल इंट्रोडक्शन होता है, सैम्पल इनलेट सिस्टम आता है, सैम्पल इनलेट सिस्टम में भी हमारे पास either it is volatile or we have to make a derivative and then introduce it. Then there is the gas phase ions का source आ गया. After this there is an analyzer, ion sorting. Analyzer क्या करेगा, वो ions जो के बनेंगे according to their mass ratio वो इनको allow करेगा to pass into the detector. The detector detects these ions according to their mass to charge ratio, and the spectrum obtained is of this type. Along the x-axis there is the mass to charge ratio, and the y-axis के साथ साथ हम क्या ड्रॉ करते हैं, intensity is present. And this show that this fragment of, suppose this is a mass to charge ratio of 18, this fragment is maximum in abundance, intensity is fragment की maximum है. And this one that is on the highest mass to charge ratio, this type of peak is known as the molecular ion peak, and this show the qualitative analysis of the sample. Okay ji, this was all about the spectrophotometer instrumentation. Either it is either it is infrared spectrophotometer or nuclear magnetic resonance spectrophotometer or the mass spectrometer. This is the brief introduction of these instrumentation. Hopefully you will able to describe these spectrophotometric patterns, their basic components and their functions that you have already discussed. That I again repeat here, the IR spectrophotometer help us for the different functional groups in the sample. NMR is the nucleic study of either it is proton NMR, then it will give us the information about different types of proton present in the sample. If it is C13 NMR, it will give us information about how many different types of carbons are present with different nature with either in the sample. And the mass spectrometer give us the different fragments in the complete molecule. As you have seen that the spectrophotometer, different spectrophotometer, in all the spectrophotometer except the mass spectrometer, you see the first part of the spectrophotometer is the light source. Okay, the light source for different spectrophotometers are different, and the basic requirements for all the light sources are, the bright light source should be, the light emit from the light source should be bright across a wide wavelength range. जो भी उसकी रेंज है, सपोज 200 से 400 नैनोमीटर इन द विजिबल रीजन, 400 से 800 नैनोमीटर इन द 200 से 400 इन द यूवी रीजन एंड 400 to 800 नैनोमीटर विजिबल रीजन. IR के केस में 2.5 से 1.8 माइक्रोन मीटर. तो जो जितनी भी रेंज है स्पेक्ट्रो रेडियो फ्रीक्वेंसी की रेंज है इन दी NMR स्पेक्ट्रोफोटोमीटर के, जो सोर्स है वो उस रेंज की वेवलेंथ को ब्राइट emit करें. Second requirement is the stable over time. The light to emit from the source should be stable over time, and the light bulb जिसको प्रेफर करेंगे that has the long service life and logically with the low cost, and these are the basic requirements that the light source must have. But there is no single source that can meet all these properties. Therefore, combination of light sources may be used, and for this the lamp switching is done in the spectrophotometer. Lamp switching क्या है कि there is a reflector And in case of UV visible, there is a deuterium lamp that emit the UV region, and the halogen lamp or the tungsten lamp that emit the visible region की light को emit करता है. And when we select the visible region, this reflector tilt and allow only the halogen lamp to work. And when we are working under the deuterium lamp region, then this will tilt and allow the light pass from the deuterium lamp and stop the light from the halogen lamp. And this is the entrance slit. Okay, यहाँ से लाइट जाती है, रिफ्लेक्टर इसको अलाउ करता है कि ये स्विच ऑन करे. तो लाइट सोर्स की बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट्स हमने पढ़ ली. अब फॉर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ स्पेक्ट्रोफोटोमीटर मैंने बताया कि डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ लाइट सोर्सेज हैं. अकॉर्डिंग टू अवेलेबल वेवलेंथ रेंज, light sources are for the visible region की लाइट के लिए हम कौन सा लैम्प यूज़ करते हैं. इट मे बी हेलोजन लैम्प, कार्बन आर्क लैम्प, एंड यूवी के लिए ड्यूटेरियम लैम्प, हाइड्रोजन डिस्चार्ज लैम्प. हेलोजन लैम्प, this is the picture of halogen lamp. The tungsten filament is used in the halogen lamp, and this is the filament support. This is the glass bulb, and the inert gas is filled in it. inert gas के साथ अगर उसमें हेलाइड आयन भी हो तो वो इसको हमारे पास टंगस्टन हेलोजन साइकिल, वो भी हम देखेंगे. मैंने जो आपको नोट्स शेयर किए हैं उसके अंदर वो मौजूद है. टंगस्टन हेलोजन साइकिल डेट इंक्रीज द टंगस्टन फिलामेंट लाइफ एंड गिव द लॉन्ग लाइफ फॉर द लैम्प. सेकेंड सोर्स of light is the carbon arc lamp that covers the whole range of visible region. ये भी visible region की रेंज को कवर करता है. कार्बन आर्क लैम्प भी visible region की रेंज को कवर करता है. deuterium lamp, this is a deuterium lamp used in the UV visible spectrophotometer to provide the light in the UV region. हाइड्रोजन डिस्चार्ज लैम्प 135 से 350 नैनोमीटर की लाइट को emit करता है. इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ हाइड्रोजन डिस्चार्ज लैम्प कंसिस्ट ऑफ 2 इलेक्ट्रोड्स कंटेनिंग हाइड्रोजन अंडर लो प्रेशर. xenon लैम्प क्या करता है? xenon लैम्प emit the broad spectrum from UV to IR similar to sunlight. जो सनलाइट एमिट होती है वो कॉस्मिक रेज से लेकर रेडियो वेव्स तक होती है, लेकिन जो हमारे पास xenon लैम्प है वो इस रेंज की लाइट को, जो कि हम नॉर्मली एब्जॉर्ब कर रहे होते हैं, उसको ये एमिट करता है. इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ 2 टंगस्टन electrode that are 8 centimeter, this is the centimeter, 8 centimeter apart, and xenon is stored at low pressure. टंगस्टन इलेक्ट्रोड पर ही कंसिस्ट करता है, और जो वहाँ पर आपके पास गैस जिस फील्ड है, that is the xenon. On that basis it is named on xenon lamp. It has long life, high output than hydrogen discharge lamp, and do not heat up the instrument. This is the advantage of this xenon lamp over the other light sources in the UV visible low visible spectrophotometer. Next one is the low pressure mercury lamp. Low pressure mercury lamp range from 200 to 600 nanometer, has high stability, long life, and used for instrument calibration. ये है जी हमारे पास लो प्रेशर मर्करी लैम्प. सिलिकॉन ग्लास ट्यूब होती है, पोलैरिटी लेड होते हैं जिससे कि करंट पास थ्रू होता है, और ट्यूब फिल्ड विद मर्करी एंड वेपर एंड मर्करी वेपर एंड आर्गन गैस से फिल्ड होते हैं. दिस इज द इलेक्ट्रोड. This is the basic composition of the low pressure mercury arc lamp, and these the light sources that are frequently used in the UV visible spectrophotometer. Is the nust filament. This is the light source that provide continuous source of infrared radiation. It consists of cylindrical rod होता है भाई इसमें, rod या tube that contain a mixture of oxides. कौन से mixture हैं? यट्रियम ऑक्साइड है, थोरियम ऑक्साइड है, जिरकोनियम ऑक्साइड है, एंड एर्बियम ऑक्साइड at a ratio of 90:7 into 3 by weight. The percentage है zirconium, yttrium and erbium की. Sometime ये erbium को हमने replace किया है in this diagram thorium से. और lead leads at the end of the cylinder. lead के होते हैं leads, ceramic holder होते हैं that permit the passage of electricity to pass. It operates at the wavelength range of 2 to 4 micron की wavelength पर ये काम करता है. Rust filament के साथ another source for the IR radiation, infrared radiation, is the glow bar. It is used as thermal light source for infrared spectroscopy. सिलिकॉन कार्बाइड की rods होती हैं, 5 to 10 millimeter width होती है इसकी and 20 to 50 millimeter length होती है. Electrically heated up to 1000 to 1650 degree centigrade and emit radiation from 4 to 15 micrometer wavelength. Quartz tungsten halogen lamp. This is the lamp. This is the quartz tungsten halogen lamp, LAMP. ये correction कर लें यहाँ पे. This is popular near IR source. Near IR source, far IR source, the IR radiation spectra near to the UV region is known as the near IR source. Has doped tungsten filament inside a quartz envelope filled with the rare gas and halogen. Current flowing through the filament heats tungsten to around 3000 Kelvin and give the radiation from visible to IR region की लाइट को बहुत अच्छे से ये emit करता है. स्टेबल होती है लाइट, स्ट्रे लाइट कम से कम आएगी और जो स्टेबिलिटी है आपके इसकी लैम्प की वो भी हाई है. अदर सोर्सेज में हम IR लेज़र भी, जो हमने पढ़ा था कि फोरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म इंफ्रारेड स्पेक्ट्रोफोटोमीटर, तो उसमें हमने लेज़र को यूज़ किया था. IR लेज़र for the wavelength. IR laser of different wavelengths like 850 nanometer, 1300 nanometer are available, and these are very precise lights that are used in the Fourier transform instrument. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड लेज़र को यूज़ किया जाता है इन दी IR. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड लेज़र यूज इन IR स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी for IR measurement, and it is made up of discharge tube consisting of carbon dioxide, nitrogen, hydrogen and xenon and helium gases पर मुश्तमिल होती है. Produce a beam of infrared light with the principal wavelength band 9.5 and 10.5 माइक्रोमीटर के बैंड से प्रोड्यूस करती है. रेडियो फ्रीक्वेंसी सोर्स इन NMR स्पेक्ट्रोफोटोमीटर. हमने पढ़ा था कि NMR स्पेक्ट्रोफोटोमीटर में लाइट सोर्स, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक स्पेक्ट्रम, हमें रेडियो फ्रीक्वेंसी रीजन का चाहिए होता है. तो लाइक ऑल स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपिक टेक्निक, NMR यूजेस द कंपोनेंट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक रेडिएशन ऑफ रेडियो फ्रीक्वेंसी. इसकी जो फ्रीक्वेंसी है वो 3 मेगाहर्ट्ज़ टू 30,000 मेगाहर्ट्ज़ तक होती है एंड प्रमोट ट्रांजिशन बिटवीन न्यूक्लियर एनर्जी लेवल्स. मोस्ट केमिस्ट यूज़ NMR को हम यूज़ करते हैं फॉर स्ट्रक्चर डिटर्मिनेशन ऑफ स्मॉल मालिक्यूल. अब जो लाइट सोर्स है इसका वो ये जो ट्यूब है आपके पास, सैम्पल ट्यूब के अराउंड जो कॉइल इसके इर्द गिर्द रैप हुआ होता है, फोटोग्राफ ऑफ RF कॉइल है फॉर्म्ड एट एन एस्ट कॉपर सबस्ट्रेट. एस्ट कॉपर सबस्ट्रेट मीन्स क्या है कि कॉपर का जो कॉइल जो 1.3 से 20 मिलीमीटर उसका डायामीटर और लेंथ है. These are basically radio antennas that are used to transmit and receive the radio waves. Etched copper substrate used for high resolution liquid state NMR. The sample is placed in the center of the coil and the current flowing through the coil produce the magnetic field that is perpendicular to the permanent magnetic field, and that cause the change in spin of the nuclei, and that is read out by the instrument. तो बेसिकली जो यहाँ पे करने वाली बात है वो कि रेडियो फ्रीक्वेंसी का सोर्स क्या है, वो ये कॉइल है, रैप्ड कॉइल है, दैट इज़ मेड अप ऑफ एस्ट कॉपर सबस्ट्रेट. कि इसकी एस्ट कॉपर सबस्ट्रेट मीन्स क्या है कि इसमें कॉपर के ऊपर एक लेयर जौन सी है वो लेयरिंग हुई होती है, एक शीट को जौन सी है वो उसको पास किया गया होता है डेट enhance the copper stability to pass the radio frequency radiation. This was all about the spectrophotometers को हमने कंप्लीट किया है डिफरेंट टाइप्स के, और हमने रेडियो फ्रीक्वेंसी और आईआर इंफ्रारेड रेडिएशन और यूवी रेडिएशन और विजिबल रेडिएशन के लाइट सोर्सेज जो कि डिफरेंट स्पेक्ट्रोफोटोमीटर्स में यूज़ होते हैं उनको हमने डिस्कस कर लिया है। इससे रेलिवेंट जो भी आपके पास क्वेश्चंस हों, जो भी क्यूरीज हों, वो इंशाल्लाह आप मुझसे कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं कमेंट्स में लिख के, व्हाट्सएप में लिख के मुझे ईमेल कर सकते हैं, या हम इसमें इंशाल्लाह जो है वो जूम पे क्लास एक करेंगे। ये 2 लेक्चर्स आपके पास आ गए हैं, इन दोनों को आप पढ़ लीजिएगा और फिर हम इसको जूम पे डिस्कस कर लेंगे। आपके हैंडआउट्स भी आपको मैं प्रोवाइड कर चुकी हूँ इन द मार्च, जो उसमें से कुछ मटेरियल है, कुछ मटेरियल जो आपके पास बुक है ऑर्गेनिक स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी एंड क्रोमेटोग्राफी बाय डॉक्टर मोहम्मद यूनस की है, आपको रेफरेंस की हुई थी, उसको आप पढ़िएगा। और इंस्ट्रूमेंटल मेथड ऑफ एनालिसिस बाय ग्रे, कैल्विन एंड भाटिया की एक बुक है, वो अगर आप इसको आप डाउनलोड कर लीजिएगा बेशक। वो CBS पब्लिशर्स एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स PVT लिमिटेड के पब्लिशर हैं। इसके नाम है बुक का इंस्ट्रूमेंटल मेथड्स ऑफ एनालिसिस बाय N ग्रे, M कैल्विन, SC भाटिया, CBS पब्लिशर्स एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स PVT लिमिटेड, न्यू दिल्ली, बेंगलोर। दीज आर द 2 रेफरेंस बुक्स। और इससे रेलिवेंट कुछ स्लाइड्स वगैरह होंगी तो वो मैं आपको इसमें व्हाट्सएप कर दूँगी मज़ीद इससे रेलिवेंट मटेरियल, या इसमें मैंने आपको हैंड आउट्स भी दिए हैं, वो आपको फिर से भी पढ़ लीजिएगा। थैंक यू वेरी मच, हैव अ गुड डे, अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।